And Japanese engineers are racing to restore power to 6 nuclear reactors that were damaged during last week's massive earthquake. Earlier, smoke was seen rising above the Fukushima nuclear power station. The incident has raised fears of more radiation contamination. Officials say the number of people dead or missing has risen to nearly 22,000.
Official death toll from the Japanese earthquake and tsunami has now passed 9,000. This comes as abnormally high radiation levels have been found in seawater near the damaged Fukushima nuclear power plant.
Radiation levels are rapidly rising in Japan, with smoke and steam being reported at both reactors 2 and 3. The International Atomic Energy Agency reported that radiation levels were 1,600 times higher than normal, 20 kilometers away from the Fukushima nuclear power plant. The head of the IAEA was quoted as saying, "We have to assume that Japan will have a long-term issue of managing the impacts." This comes a day after the Japanese government said it had, quote, detected abnormal levels of radiation in milk and spinach taken from areas near Fukushima. American officials continue to monitor radiation levels in the United States and have repeatedly stated that no harmful levels of radiation are expected to hit the U.S. Yet the American government's proven history of covering up environmental disasters has led many to believe the extent of this disaster is being covered up as not to alert the public. Bob Tuscan, reporting for the Intel Hub.
One of the problems in Japanese culture is at a societal and government level is this faith in technology. And the problem is with nuclear power, these are technologies that were developed in the immediate aftermath of the Second World War. They were designed, these type of reactors were actually designed for use in nuclear submarines. Admiral Richthofen, who was the creator of the nuclear navy in the United States, he concluded that the design of a reactor to fit into the small confined space of a submarine was not the basis for a nuclear power program. And that's unfortunately where we have around 445 of these reactors around the world. So the technology is decades old. The society, the government, the regulators believe that the technology can be operated safely, and if you visit Fukushima, as I have on a number of occasions, it looks very sophisticated. I'm sure the workers there are absolutely dedicated to their job, but there's a built-in psychological complacency that if you're operating something that's so inherently dangerous, when you go to work every day, do you keep thinking about how dangerous that technology is? That would be, over time, rather damaging psychologically. So in other words, they convince themselves that they've mastered this technology, and unfortunately with nuclear power, there's no second chance.